to the prelims. The prelims, lots of exciting fights on the prelims. Let's start with Nathaniel Kumana versus Gaugelo Moitela. 1.55 to 2.55. Another close fight here. Who do you have in this fight?
That's a tricky one, eh?
Mm-hmm. This one is really
I
tricky.
don't know why. That's a
2-2
tricky
versus
one.
3-3. You know,
Because the one guy got good grappling and a decent striking. The other one got good striking with power and an okay crown. So yeah, Mm. I don't know. I don't know. I,
so
I can't choose from any of this fight. This fight exactly is the one fight I cannot choose. I don't know who to pick, in my opinion.
Komana is listed as a bantamweight. Gaugelo is listed as a flyweight. So maybe in this instance, it's the weight that might come into play, or the cutting, or weight, and they're fighting at flyweight. So maybe the fact that Komana has to cut might,
So
might give Gaugelo the edge in this one. But I mean, and if you look at who Komana's lost to, he lost to Eduardo Barros, Musa Setwape, in the two fights that he's lost. So those are two fighters that we know put in a lot of work. So they're good to lose to, and we know how Gelo's
did he
lost
fight
also
against
to
Edison as
a lot of
well?
big names. No. He fought Takuda Gorimbo and Becky Ngobo. He's not fought Edson. I think you're thinking of Gaugelo. Gaugelo fought Edson, yes. He lost to Edson, I think it was by armbar or something.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Gaugelo is the one who's 3-3, and he's lost. So look, in this one, honestly, this one, as much as the odds aren't a pick 'em, for me, this is a pick 'em. It could go any way. It's a half a point spread. That's one of the reasons it's so. No, it's actually almost a whole point spread. But it's a very close fight. But I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Gaugelo. I'm gonna go with the underdog. I seem to be picking all the underdogs in this card, but I don't know. I think the power. I think he's gonna manage to keep it standing, and I think the power that I saw him hit Willy van Rooyen with, I think he's gonna bring to this fight. And the weight cut might, not be necessarily the best thing for Kumana because weight cuts are hard. So I'm going with Moitela on this one. The next fight, Adrian Sanchez versus Rob Simbue. Rob, who's been out for a while, he took a few losses. He is back in the hex. Odds have him way out losing. Are these odds right, or is that free money for someone to go and collect? How do you see the odds in this fight? Shout out to Ayanda, the Powers One in the chats. Thank you for joining us. As always, Ayanda, good to have you watching the show. And Sisa Jingula, we are going to get to his fight. Thank you so much. Yes, Patrick, you were saying.
If I'm to be honest, I don't feel Sanchez that much really. I wanted to fight him before, just that then he lost. When he lost, and I'm like, when he got knocked out by Bembe, I'm like, then I just shift my attention away from him because I don't want to lie. I feel like the EFC are making him look bigger than the way he is. And then Rob, on the other hand, Rob is good. He stand up on the ground as well. Just that he's been out of the game, even though he has some few losses and stuff. But that's why the odds, I feel like it's, in my opinion, doesn't. It's not. It should be. I think they should at least give him like 2 rand, not 4, because this fight can go either way. If the cage rush doesn't affect him, I think he's gonna win this fight. Because Sanchez is full of surprises as well. It's not like it's a bad fight or anything. It's just that I see a lot of gaps in him. From my own point of view. That's why I'm saying that if I compare the both of them, I would say the odds. It could be free money, maybe not. I don't know, but this fight could go either way, in my opinion.
Could be free money. This fight is fire. Could be. Look, I don't know. I'm going definitely with the odds and Rayo Sanchez. I think he's done a lot of work on the other side of MMA, which is the mental side, since his losses, because we saw him getting knocked out brutally. It was life-changing, as far as he said, and that's gotten him to the position of taking care of the mental side of the game to say, let me make sure I'm properly prepared, not rushing, not thinking I'm better than my opponent, but fighting the fight I need to fight to win. And for me, as much as you can have the skill, it's the 50%. The mental side's the other 50. And I think and I feel he sounds ready to go through that sort of journey with someone who's coming back after what I think 2.5, 3 years or something, been submitted numerous times. You know, we're not too sure where he is. So that's why I'm definitely going with Adrian Sanchez. And I don't think people should risk their money on this dog. I think those odds are fair, in my opinion. Not a live dog in this one. The next fight, Kulekani Klongwa versus Nico Vandenberg. Another close fight in terms of the odds, 1.75 versus 2.05. Who do you have in this fight?
I think I'm going to go with Kulikan in this one. I'm going to go with the odds.
Cold
But
steel.
the only thing about him is I feel like when he's fighting at the EFC, he's just there for the money. He's the one guy that you will see will go into a fight and come out without seeing blood or any swollen part or any.
Gives
He
up.
protects himself, yeah. And the referee stops the fight not because he's been hurt, but just because of he's not trying to at least get out of the situation or try to do something else. But he looks sharp, he looks strong, and he's been training with his brother with a snake bone. So, if you have somebody like that can actually push you, and funny cases they are both brothers, even though their style is different. So I feel like he should be more prepared for this fight. So I'm going with him in this fight, really can.
I think I want to agree with you, although it's tough to say he just gives up, because if I look at his last losses, right, he lost to JT Bota. Yes, we discussed that one. He should have won it. That was refs. Sorry, that was his brother. But he lost to JT Bota. He lost to Shadrack Nsua. He lost to Jelson Sosa, who fought against what's it called, for the middleweight, for the welterweight title against Badat. He lost to JC Lamprecht. He's lost to Diego Bandu. So this is all like in his last 8 fights. And those are guys who've sort of gotten into title
I know that, yeah.
contention. So maybe, it hasn't been that easy for him. So I think I agree with you in this one. As much as the odds have it as a close fight, I think he might just have a bit more than Nico Vandenberg. Sorry, so not Nico, Tico Vandenberg. Let's see. So Tico is coming out of Versus. He's recently lost to Josiah Obasi before he left Versus and became pro. And in his first pro fight in the EFC, he lost to Andile Madlala. So, yeah, let's see what he has. But I think I agree with you. I think Cold Steel will probably win this one.
He relies on wrestling, and it's not good, man. In my opinion, we're talking about the battle of the worst guys now, man. In terms of this fight in itself. So if I were to choose one, that's why I said I'm going with Kulekani, because of Kulekani protects himself, and he's also very strong. And I can't even pronounce his name properly. His opponent, he's reckless. He is reckless. He makes bad decisions, because I was there when he fought against Obasi as well, and I wasn't impressed at all, really.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe at Head Kickpod on all platforms. Patrick, the Beast Ocheme, on Kick Him in the Head. Do like, comment, and subscribe to his channel on Instagram as well. So, yeah. Look, I agree with you. So let's see how that fight goes. Now, the next fight, the one you were looking forward to, Cole Henning versus Lodi Kanzeko. Let's talk about the odds. Is someone going to make money on this fight? Like, how's this fight going to make money for anyone? Do you think it's going to be made on Cole, or you're getting free money with Glody?
Yeah, I think the only way Glody can win this fight is if he pulls a surprise element, because Kulheni is a lot calmer, and Kulheni is very smart. I fought him twice. Kulheni is smart. Like, it's not a fight he's just gonna walk over. It's only when he lets his pride get into his way that's when he makes those kind of mistakes. But Kulheni is a very, very intelligent and smart fighter, and he's very strong. And his ground game in terms of compared to Glody, it's is way ahead of Glody in terms of grounds, and just that Glody is the first in terms of cardio. Both of them don't have cardio. Like that's the honest truth. They both get tired after run one because it's either they don't know how to pace themselves or their breathing is the problem. But I know Cole Henry will just take him down. That's the one thing. Cole Henry can stand with him and bang with him at the same time, make him feel comfortable and then take him down. That's the way I see the fight going. So I feel like the odds, even though it's not the gap is not that much, but I feel like it's fair the way it looks like. So my money will be on Koleni on this one.
Ooh, your money's on Cole Henning. Interesting. Um, it's a tough one for me because I've seen, like you said, I've seen Cole Henning get gassed too many times. I think Glody might have done the work, and if he works the body just a little bit with those hard punches, he could tire out Cole quicker than he would get tired. But then, like you said, the ground game on Cole Henning is likely to surpass Glody unless Glody can get his sweeps right. He can get up if he gets taken down, then he wins the fight. I'm going with row combination. I think it's like my fourth underdog on this card. My goodness. But I'm going to go with Glody Kanzeko in this one.
The thing is, sorry to cut you short. The thing is, Glody won't go forward the way he went against me because he will be scared of being taken down. And when you're fighting on your back, if you're not used to it, you're gonna get tired. Only if you got good cardio. Like me, I fight better going backwards. Talking about guys that got good cardio. Look at Ayanda, for instance. Ayanda can go back and forth with you like the whole round. Doesn't matter. Like you can see, it's not everybody that got that kind of cardio. So in this case, because the Koleni have the advantage of the ground game, and he can also strike, and he knows how to protect himself. You can kick him at the body and back kick, grand kick, whatever, he can take it. But if you can connect on his face, that's the problem. So he knows that that's why his cards are always high. Because he knows his body can take a beating. So that's why I'm saying that in this case, cardio, the both of them don't have cardio. So I'm still sticking with Koleni.
Okay, one Cole Henning, one Glody Kanzeko. Glody's a possible dog. The next fight we have on the docket is Lucky Bosco versus Stefan Pretorius. Wait, I've got the first name wrong, but Lucky Bosco versus Pretorius. The odds have Pretorius winning 1.5 to 4, not giving Bosco a single chance. What do you think about those odds? Do you think that Bosco doesn't stand a chance in this fight?
The last time I saw Bosco fighting there, his last fight there by the EFC, I was disappointed because he got tired. He tired himself because he was trying to force the wrestling, and he doesn't know how to shoot properly. His transitioning is not good, and his cardio also is a problem. And then Peteros is I would say, is a well-rounded fighter. He's good in the ground, he's good in stand up, and he got quite a lot of more experience compared to Lucky. So I think the odds are, in my opinion, it's fine. It's fair.
I agree with you. Kevin Pretorius has come to the UFC. Kevin Pretorius into the UFC, EFC, beating Tsepo Majuba and Elvis Ngwala, whereas Lucky Bosco has lost in 2019 to Tapiwa Katikati, and he's only now 2 fights in his pro career, whereas that was at amateurs, and we know Tapiwa is almost 15 fights in his pro career. So I think the odds definitely have it. I don't think this is a live underdog in this fight. I think Pretorius definitely will win this fight, like you said, by some kind of finish. It is lightweight. There is power in the hands. There is submission threat. So definitely Kevin Pretorius in this fight. Then the next fight, Tinan Tlauli versus, very unfortunately, the whipping boy, Becky Noble. I call him that because, Becky's always getting beaten. It's bad. It's tough for Becky. Like, I don't know. I'm not trying to be mean. It's just that, his record is 3-4, right? But in terms of that, he's 3 fights. He's on 3-fight losing streak, which is tough. Yeah. And then beginning of his career, he was 1-2. Sorry. So it's tough. But we have him coming up against Team Namklauli. The odds also do not support Becky Noble winning in this fight. How do you feel about these odds? Do you think that's fair? Do you think
Yeah,
he's a live dog and someone can make money off this?
no, no, no. There's no chance of you making money from the underdog here. I don't even see the fight passing the first round, in my opinion, man. Just gonna be a walk in the park, in my opinion, really, because the fight came from what is I don't even know how to pronounce
Mklauli.
his name. I
Mklauli. Mklauli.
not. I'm not talking about the favorite, the
Ngoba.
underdog. Yeah, Ngobo. Yeah,
Ngoba.
his fight camp is not good. It doesn't usually have a good fight camp because your preparation is as good as your teammate and the guy that are pushing you in the gym. You see, so you cannot have guy that you're dominating and you think you're going to dominate your opponent that is better than you. There's no ways, bro. So that's why I say that one is just going to be a walk in the park, really.
Yeah, walk in the park. I'm with you 100%. There's no underdog there. There's no parlay to put Ngobo's name in, unfortunately. On to the next fight. Second last fight on the card. Kelvin Smith versus M16 Tebogo Mtene. 1.44 to 2.85. That's what 1.4 spread on that fight. What do you think of these odds? Who do you think is going to take this fight?
I'm gonna bat my teammate, of course, man, Calvin. But this fight has been a grudge fight, man. It was supposed to happen last year. Then his opponent pulled out, you know. So then, but I saw this fight card again, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a very interesting fight. Because I haven't really been training with Calvin recently because I've been focusing on soccer for the last couple of weeks. Because my next fight is going to be in 6 weeks from now. But now I'm back again fully in the fighting world. So I wasn't really there to help Kelvin with his fight camp. But with the way I know he runs and the training he does, I do feel like he shouldn't struggle in the fight, really, because he does put in the work. And besides just training at Pandemonium, he also trains there by Godfather's gym, you know. So he trains with Billy, and with his Billy is also very experienced as well. So I really think he's going to get the job done. And his opponent also trains with CIT sometimes, you know. So, but yeah, but I
Mm-hmm.
think Kelvin have all the tools, you know, to win this fight, in my opinion.
It's going to be a good fight. It is a close fight. I will say Mtene is a very outside dog. He does sometimes have surprises on the feet, but Kelvin, we've seen Kelvin. He's a dog. He can take a lot of punishment, and if it goes to the ground, he's like Charles Oliveira.
Yeah.
You better beware because something will happen. So I think Mtene is a dog. If you are looking for a dog, he is definitely a live dog. He could win this fight, but I'm going with Kelvin Smith in this fight. Shout out Ayanda the Power Zwane in the chat. Billy Zip, he says, yes, yes, yes.
Believe it or not, Billy is not bad, bro. I've trained with him as well. So he's not bad, really.
Not a bad guy at all. Look, I'm still impressed from that fight, honestly. Like, I'm still impressed from that fight. He blocked it with his face. Like, he blocked punches with his face. But on to the last fight of the night. This fight just got made. The fight before this between the fight before this for Ngoma was cancelled, and he got a recent late notice replacement in Sisa Jungula, who's now in the EFC. Very exciting flyweight. South African flyweight out of East London is now fighting. I am really looking forward to this fight. As much as it's the first fight on the prelims, ooh, this boy is absolute fire in Sisa Jungula. He formerly fought out of Versus in Pretoria, and he's bringing the fire to Mpumelelo Ngoma. This fight is going to be absolutely fire. Ngoma is with the record of 3-5, and I think Jungula, it is his debut professional fight. Yeah. How do you feel about this fight? How do you feel about the odds in this fight having Jungula ahead?
Yeah, the odds is right, man, because Sia is good, man. Yo, I also do watching there by versus. Like he's good. He's really good. I just love him. I don't wanna lie, I just love him. And the opponent is the favorite, the underdog. I don't know. There's something missing, you know. it's like he's not always switched on mostly when he fights. I don't know if it's the adrenaline that controls him or what, but there's something missing about him. So I don't see him winning this fight at all. Really, I'm going with the favorite. I would see.
Yeah, I think I'm with you in this one. I think the work I've seen Jungula doing in his amateur career before turning pro, as much as Ngoma has been fighting in the pro leagues for a long time. I think it's 8 fights now, 3 and 5, 8 fights. He's fought Tabo Contender, Mickey Kluter, Edson Machabani, Billy Van Rooyen, and Tando Zondi. He's fought a lot of the good fighters, but here is another good fighter. He generally loses to good fighters, so I think unfortunately he's not going to have enough on this one to beat Sisa Jungula. And as much as the odds are close, I don't think he's a live dog in this one. I don't think there's an outside chance of him doing it.